Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I have messages from your animal spirit guide oracle, and our card of focus is Spider. Okay, and it says, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Okay, so this is about kind of feeling a really strong pulse of creativity right now, right? And it's triggering a desire to express yourself through creative writing. Okay, this is pretty specific today, but it came up, so we're gonna roll with it. So I mean, you can write it down, right? It doesn't matter if the story is true. It doesn't matter if it's based on actual experiences. It doesn't matter if it's like crazy imaginative, otherworldly stories that you come up with in your mind. Like, it doesn't matter. The card, the spider card, asks that you give yourself space each day to just pour your words out on a page. Okay? Like, don't ponder, don't worry about sentence structures or, paragraphs, any of that stuff. Just write whatever you want. Okay? Because you don't need a profoundly complex tale to enlighten others or to entertain them. Okay? Maybe just start with a personal experience, something that you gain some insight about. Okay? And don't worry. I mean, maybe you're not even going to show it to anybody, but you don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe that's the path. But when you're doing this, don't focus on how you think people are going to respond to your story. Just enjoy the process. Okay, there's a saying, write to express, not impress. Okay, and if you find yourself getting distracted by life, as life will, as soon as you get focused on something comes up. I totally understand that. And it can just be other people needing your attention. It can be things that bubble up within you. Old things, often if I sit and write, I have old things that pop up that I probably should have addressed, but I didn't. Some great and some, hurtful, but you can use those things and write them down. Okay? Because when we write things down, like, we heal. By putting those words on paper, we heal. It's called spelling for a reason, guys. So, right, just don't hold anything back. Put it out on paper. It's really cathartic, the way that it can actually be very healing for you. Okay. But regardless, trust that creative spark that you're feeling, and grab that paper and pen or your laptop or crayons. I don't care. Just sit down and give yourself the opportunity and just let the words flow. Maybe they don't even need to make sense, right? I think this is a great card today for you, for the energy, for the collective. I think it's fabulous. All right. I have the Mermaid Tarot. And we're going to dig into this. I want to thank everyone for being here. I really, really appreciate you. I'm honored to be able to bring you these messages every day. Every day. So just keep in mind that they're timeless. So whenever they pop up in front of you, pop up in your feed, there might be something in there for you. And they're general for the collective. All right. So take it as it resonates. Use that space to practice your discernment and really know if something is for you or not. And let's see what's going on with this creative spark. I love it. The creative spark of the spider. I would love to know what kind of spider that. I mean, I know it's just a representation of a spider, but it reminds me of one that I saw in Australia. Only it was red. I think it was a huntsman or something like that. Okay. All right, so right out of the gate, we have the Five of Pentacles for you. All right, this is in the nature of. So Five of Pentacles is hardship, struggle, right? It's also breaking, it's a breakthrough. It's breaking free from this kind of energy, right? A lot of times in the Five of Pentacles, you know, the character's turning their back on this perceived stability, this foundational stability, right? Pentacles are grounded energy. They're of the earthly plane, foundation, right? In the material world. And that can include money, food, housing, all the basic necessities, right? Right. So you've got some hardship and struggle, but understand too that it does take a lot of courage to turn away from something that you thought was meant for you. Okay. So take it to heart. In your energy, the Hanged Man, yup, cosmic timeout. Nothing else you can do but like sit there and think about think about things, right? Maybe that's why the spiders come out for you today, because you're in a place where you can't move forward in the manner you've been moving forward. Like, this is a full stop. This is a time to reflect. It's a time to really understand the truth of situations, events, you, people, and pivot. All right. It's finding a new road. It's finding a new path. It's finding a new way. It's finding a new approach. Did I say approach already? It's enlightenment. So there's a lot of wisdom that comes when we are sort of in this cosmic timeout, so to speak. Okay. So this is your energy. You're already here. So maybe while you're thinking and revisiting and trying to understand things, right? Put them on paper. Keep in mind, this is a card of balance and harmony, right? The Two of Pentacles. Balance and harmony. Now, I know in this particular deck, part of the explanation of this, you know, because Pentacles are, the two is typically balance and harmony. This one talks about this rabbit sort of putting on a show, like standing on top of this fish here, putting on a show, you know, for the audience here, right? So their perception of the rabbit is probably that this rabbit's amazing and, you know, gifted and all of these things, right? But there's another side to the coin that these people can't see. So this could potentially mean that, yeah, you might be working on something that you don't necessarily have to tell everybody about. Okay. It can also indicate that other people's perception of you is very, very different than what you think it is. Okay. Regardless, this is also Pentacles in the material world. So it appears that you've got some foundational things coming up that you're thinking about. Interesting. Yeah, under that Five of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Wands coming. Yeah, this is quick moving energy. All right, so you're going to be moving through this Five of Pentacles struggle really, really fast. Now, the Wands are also of communication, of travel, of rapid movement. You know, news coming in. Yeah, so it's definitely fast moving energy. And like I said, coming out with this Five of Pentacles. Yeah, something's going to shift here really, really fast. Maybe you're going to move. But if you do, it's going to happen real quick, okay? Whoa, hello. Hello, sunshine. Okay, in your energy, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, yeah, you are really, really going back over all the hard stuff, huh? This is a card of heartbreak. This is the card of sorrow. So it's heartbreak, loss. So a lot of times with the Three of Swords, because it is swords, we can take those heartaches and it kind of becomes part of our narrative, right? And this could be what you're looking at deeper with this Hanged Man, but also with the Spider card coming out. It talks about if these things are coming up, when you're giving yourself that little bit of time every day to write about them, because it's going to help you change the narrative. It's going to help you release some things that need to be released, okay? Yeah, this is all making sense today, isn't it? All making sense today. Okay, under the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Lovers, all right? It can represent someone else. I like that this mermaid's looking in the mirror at the reflection, but seeing a different landscape, right? Looking at the self differently, right? Honoring other aspects of the self. The Lover's card talks about sort of coming to a point in your life where you start looking at everything through a filter of your authenticity, right? Does this align with my beliefs anymore? Does that align with my beliefs anymore? Have my beliefs changed? What are my beliefs now at my core authentic level? Now, I like this coming up, especially with the Hanged Man. So you're contemplating a lot of things here. A lot of things. You're looking at your world. You're looking at your life through the lens of the true self and understanding what stays and what goes, right? While you're doing that, write it down. I'm going to keep bringing you back to the Spider because I think it's important. There's something about writing it down. As I said before, remember, this is why it's called spelling, okay? It's for us to release, okay? Release a story, release an idea, release whatever. All right? Okay. Let's get one for that Eight of Wands. What's going on with that Eight of Wands? We know it has to do with your coming out of that hardship. It's like she's going up to the surface, right? You're coming up for air. So it could be kind of a tough time. Yeah. Okay, you're about to be recognized for something. There's some sort of success or triumph that is heading your way. It almost feels like it could be unexpected because going from this sort of hardship and loss to this all of a sudden, and the shift between the two is so fast, right? So there may be some communication coming to you about that. So something good is coming, all right? It's a shift, it's a weird shift, but it is about creativity. You know, the wands are fiery and juicy and creative, right? And our Spider is talking about the spark of creativity. If you have a creative spark and you're feeling the need to express it, write it down. It's going to help others, possibly. Yeah. This is in your energy as well. Six of Cups. This is memories. It's good memories. Okay, so here we have heartbreak memories, but you're also in your energy looking at the good stuff, right? Now, the Six of Cups can also be things that come back around. Usually they're good and, you know, pleasant. So it looks like, yeah. I mean, you're doing, if you're not just looking at the things that have hurt you in the past, and you're also looking at and understanding the good things and the good memories, you know, this is a good, well-balanced energy while you're going through this cosmic timeout with the Hanged Man. You are really looking at your life. Obviously, with the Lovers coming up, we're really trying to understand something so that you can pivot, right? Trying to understand. Look at, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Trying to understand. The Knight's very strategic about material world foundations, okay? Look at this Knight is taking notes. It's a slow moving energy, but that's okay. All right, because you want to build a really stable foundation. Now, Knights are action. The Knight of Pentacles is a lot slower than the other ones, but like I said, very strategic, right? And slow and steady wins the race. This is going to build you a beautiful foundation, especially when you're realigning everything or looking at things through this lens of of who you really are, right? It almost feels like this writing, you know, if you can write it down and get rid of it, it's about shedding the old parts so that this new version of you can sort of come into vision, like into reality. It's almost like you're birthing this new aspect, not this new aspect, you're birthing a whole new you, right? Yeah, it's going to allow you to lay some burdens down. Whatever this is that's coming in, this recognition. I think it's going to be a surprise for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get one more. One more. Yeah, look, you're going to go to your Nine of Pentacles, which is financial independence. This is for you, all right? This is for you. This is actually seeing the fruits of your labor, right? You've gone through the 7 of, oh my gosh, is this going to work? I've been working on it for so long. You know, you've gone to the 8 where you've mastered something, and then you have to figure out kind of how to get back to the basics and apply that to other things. And then here you are arriving at the 9. This is for you. This is your stability and foundation in the material world for you. Now, once we reach the 10, that's for everybody around you as well. But this one is for you. There's something in this or something about this writing for you, all right? Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Yeah, this is going to totally send you in a new direction. I think this is going to be a kind of a surprise. I don't think that it is. Yeah, we have the 10 as well on the bottom. Yeah, an ending of pain, an ending of burdens. I think it's going to be a surprise, whatever this is. Trust your creative spark, because it's like, I think something's going to be coming out of that. All right. That is your message for today. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you soon.